Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here. On Saturday, the 7th of November, 2015, at just about 1500 Eastern Standard Time. God bless you all. Here we are. Now, this is going to be it's not going to be quick and dirty because it's me, guys. It's not going to be quick. But it's going to be dirty in the sense that I'm not going to go out. I want to show you, and I will show you on another day or two down the road. Paul brought home a pool umbrella, or one of these outdoor pool umbrellas that the hotel discarded. Now, I know I'm not supposed to talk about the hotel anymore. I'm not allowed to do that. Well, at least I made a commitment not to do that. But anyway, they do from time to time get rid of equipment. And, the chair I'm sitting in came from the hotel, and the chair Paul sits in came from the hotel. I mean, it's going into the trash, and it's fair game. Anyway, there's a pool, these big pool table umbrellas, it's this thing that goes through the stanchion and the table goes around it and you've got the umbrella and so forth. And this bastard is heavy as hell. He carried this thing in and put it together last night after he got home. And it's been on the back, it was on the back, it's still on the back porch, but it's one of these things, when I look out of either the window or the door, I don't want to see this thing. Now, at some point, we'll probably use it. I think in all likelihood, it's more likely to work out, when we build a new front porch and put it out in the new front porch. In any case, so we've got this new big, heavy, and it's heavy. I mean, I can barely move the thing, by rolling it around on its base. But then I'm a weak so-and-so. I am. I've never had any upper body strength. Now, so here is look what I didn't find it. I just decided to knock the dust off of it, which is about this thick. It's a book in which I've written a lot of haiku. Haiku. About, my past. Well, I mean, that's what one writes about, isn't it? Their past. Here's an example. My parents warned me, staring at computer screens would do something bad. Well, I don't know if it's done anything bad, but it's done something, obviously. I have things in here such as a mom's last days in the rest home haiku. If no eat, you die. If eat, they use thickening. Just matter of time. Well, see, that's what they did to my mother. I mean, she, when she got in there, she was like 58 pounds. 4'10", 58 pounds. Well, they fattened her up to about 105 pounds. And then, then as, things happen when she got so she couldn't really swallow stuff. And so they, switched her to one of these sort of like semi-soft diets, and they use, so it's a liquid. So it's they take the standard diet, they blenderize it into a liquid, and they put some of this thickening stuff in. It's basically like some sort of starch thing. And of course, what happens is, if you can't swallow this stuff, then you start aspirating it, and then again, it's just a matter of what it is it's a humane way to give an individual chronic aspiration pneumonia, so they cack off and go away. They get carted out the back door eventually. That's what happens. That's what happened to my mother. Although in the meantime, she also had a lot of renal failure problems right at the end. Gerontology, huh? A thoracic aneurysm haiku. I'm just going through this at random. This is really unplanned. Aorta in two. Cross clamp off without a word. Now you do something. And see, and Jack Vasco, God bless Jack Vasco, he was one of my favorite thoracic surgeons. And, vascular surgeons, he'd do these aortic aneurysms. And particularly, and actually, if he, and if he was doing a thoracic aneurysm, which was that's a very, very big deal. But, anytime you cross clamp somebody's aorta, it's a big deal. And so, he cross clamp the aorta, and you put in the graft, and then comes time to open up the blood flow. Well, depending on how much you've cross clamped, you can, if you're cross clamped to just below the renal arteries, for an abdominal aortic aneurysm, then I used to gauge it by numbers of ampules of bicarb, 50 milliequivalent. How many 50 milliequivalent of bicarb would you have to shove in because if you've been cross clamped for about 40 minutes, you get all this acid washing out of the legs, and it's like everything just goes to hell for a while. But nothing goes to hell, as much as if you've done a thoracic aortic aneurysm with the cross clamp on for half an hour from basically below the subclavians. You get and you only have about a half hour on that before you start getting spinal cord death. And his technique was he'd sort of hide sort of like turn and hide things from the anesthesiologist. You always had to keep an eye on these guys. And then of course you'd see on the screens the pressure just went to hell. And he'd look at me and he says, "Well, now you do something." And usually you could keep up with the guy. I knew the guy. I'd spent a year sort of training under him there, before I went into anesthesia. And it's like, okay, But, the bicarb itself, carries a certain degree of deleterious side effects. But, you don't want all this crap washing out. It's sheer acid. Essentially the lower half of the body. In that case, the lower 3/4 of the body's dead. Cells like to operate around 7.4. They don't want to operate around. They don't want to operate around 6.8, 6.6 pH. Great fun. And I can say this guy's name because he was my chairman that trained me. And William Hamburg Haiku. I greatly admired this guy. He got me my first and only academic position, among other, there were a couple other guys involved. And he trained me. And his, he always ran rooms 1, 2, and 3. Which were the ones closest to his office. And it says, that's 60 of sucks. 600 of pentothal. Back to my office. Well, the sux is succinylcholine. You know, that's a depolarizing muscle relaxant, and then you know the 600 milligrams of thiopental sodium, pentothal. You know, pentothal. Thiopental sodium is its proper name. You know, that was sort of his standard, you know, induction dose, which, you know, I came later on to realize was, you know, like way much of an overkill for most people. I mean, you know, not overkill in general. I mean, but I mean, just doesn't need that much. I mean, you know, what you need was a stun dose, you know, to get a tube in and then start the real stuff, you know, which in my hands was generally high dose narcotics and oxygen with like you know, 0.25%, 0.5% inhalation agent of some sort. You know, that's how it evolved in the later years. And of course, then when you got the Michael Jackson drug, propofol. I mean, that just revolutionized everything. You know, and then midazolam. I mean, so. And you know, but you know, Dr. Hamburg was great. I can't say a bad word about the man. You know, he taught me basically how to. Well, no, he did, but anyway, that was his way of operating, unless there was something really serious going on, and he knew. I mean, he knew if the guy in the room didn't know what he was going to do, he'd be there with you. I guess I knew what I was going to do because, you know, how to do it because he was really in there with me. I had a knack for it. Then we have a Tom Nims Haiku #2. Well, you know, Tom Nims is still alive. He's a very good friend of mine. But he was big oncology. He did a lot of big oncology stuff. Let's see if I can even read my writing. All were a quiver when you cut out the liver and put it in the pan. Well, that's actually become the basis of a song I sing sometimes when I go up and down the driveway. We were all a quiver when you cut out the liver and put it in the pan. Yeah, well, you know, that's always sort of a challenging thing when you do that. The liver is not a happy place, and none I think they do embrace when, you know, knives come in and cut you apart. Well, that's why the commandos are trained to go right in the, you know, right in the back. Of course, what they want to do is they want to get the inferior vena cava just as it enters the liver, and ideally into the liver itself, because essentially that's just one of the bloodiest things you can do, short of nailing the aorta. I think I've talked enough, although I've got lots of stories. You know, I'm going to mine this one for a while. Anyway, happy Saturday, guys. Paul and I FaceTimed with, said he, belching, with Tony Ballman out in Seattle last night, early last evening, and it was great, you know, a lot of fun. So, I've been, I've just been being a very self-indulgent guy this morning. Well, not this morning, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:05. So I'll shut up and I'll say bye-bye, YouTubers. I have to read a piece in church, but I'm not reading any of the lectionary stuff tomorrow. It's shilling for the stewardship guide. I'm such a whore. No million views here, but I'm such a whore. So I'll say bye-bye, YouTubers.